So recently, KP, about 18 hours ago, today being, let's just get a quick look at the date, shall we? June 20th. So this would have been June 19th. KP said, my formal statement about my treatment with BronyCon in general, about the hypocrisy they displayed and my disappointment in general. I ask that the community as a whole use my experience as a point to improvement. Please do not harass any parties involved. Dear Rachel, aka KP, I'm already strongly disagreeing, but I will take your advisement into consideration. Let's look at this. So the first word here. About 3 years ago, a 16-year-old and a group of 3 of his friends made a Twitter account in an attempt to outline misconceptions about my management style that they never brought to my attention directly and enabled a high amount of harassment. KP still till this day has yet to address on what they feel is harassment or have any kind of social back and forth where they basically sent Anthony C to try and go out and do damage control, as well as Jack Noland, who winded up calling myself a sexual abuser, among other things, and winded up calling Horse News a bunch of dangerous alt-writers. But has KP come forward to try and answer for any of these things? No, not at all. Nor did she actually try and respond when she had her minion, ZD, try and call me a pedophile, which he walked back. Let's get back to KP's remark here. It says, defamation of my character. Oh, KP's character. Well, I guess you have to be this big to matter, right? Let's get back to this. I served as well as framing themselves as the majority of the people that had ever worked with me, painting their truths as perceived fact. Say, KP, you've even joked about in your videos the turnover in your crew. I do feel that there's at least a healthy chunk. I'm not hearing you say that the majority of people who've worked for you are happy. How would you know? Continuing on. Friends went quiet, silent, saying at least it wasn't me. And my detractors were more content to gossip about me rather than to bring these concerns directly. KP, I would love to bring these to you directly. I have tried to reach out to you on my main account. I'm currently reading these on my side, which I will not talk to you because I know that you would block. You have no interest in direct contact. You were a lying sack of shit. It was devastating, to say the least. It was meant to be. This group actively lied to me in public. No, they did not. Threatened me with fake legal documentation. Bullshit. And overly highly harassed me. Define harassment. I still felt like I had a little faith in this community, but as time goes by, much of that diminished. The community at large has silently enabled this behavior and the behavior of me and the treatment of me as an individual, and I'm sick of it. What are you gonna do about it? They let the small minority of people dictate the narrative, enabling toxic behavior. Go back to Tumblr. Why have so many of my harassers not been held up to the standard that was inflicted upon me? This doesn't seem right. Let me tell my story. Oh, by all means, Rachel. You'll notice I'm the only one reading this off. No one else will, because they don't want to be seen talking about your cringy bullshit. Your best boy there, Silverquill, isn't going to read off this statement on his channel. Scorcher isn't going to read this off. Dr. Wolf isn't going to touch this turd with a 10-foot pole. In May 2018, I was contract negotiated with BronyCon to be a guest at their event. All of a sudden, I received a message that the chair wanted to talk to me directly. They said something along the lines of, we have heard of a situation, although that we have verified that it is not true, we have decided not to go forward with your booking. This is letting others dictate the narrative instead of valuing the core principles of what I thought this show stood for. Well, no, Rachel. The con staff has a different responsibility than the narrative of the show. They have the responsibility to try and make the fans happy and the con attendees that are going there. If things had changed where you were no longer popular enough, they were well within their duty and responsibility to make their customers happy. Continuing on. But still, I kept quiet, hoping that my professional relationship... KP's professional relationship with the convention would improve over time. It did not. What did you do to improve it? Did you just hope? You just crossed your fingers? Just wanted it, just wished it. Imagine that. Someone using the term toxic just thought things would naturally get better all on their own. They would feel what is it Tumblr people call it? Entitled to it. Let's get on with this. This year, despite a much higher effort to show demand, to sway doubts, BronyCon has once again chose not to book me as a guest. We'll get to that. I actually have several responses from your friends and peers in the community. The people that you asked actively to come forward and to speak up for you. Oh, they speak up about you all right, just not how you like. Be careful what you wish for, KP. Let me make it perfectly clear. I don't care about being a guest or not. That is total bullshit. I don't care about the fancy badges. I've clearly heard friends of yours, Rachel, that you have bitched to about these sort of things. You absolutely care. Or any of these extras that they have offered to me. I do not care about the moral principles of all that, as my friends and peers have asked me to return while I was omitted from what can only be rationalized as public relation concerns. As this being BronyCon's last year, I assumed that any concerns would not jeopardize their attendance regardless of what they decided to do with me. I'm just disappointed. Isn't that what Lily Pete says that I do when I get angry? He doesn't say he's angry, upset. He said he's disappointed. Oh, KP. I'm disappointed with some in the community that I was happy to serve for so long. You haven't served anyone other than your own sorry ass. When was the last time that you reached down and tried to make someone in this community? I can't even remember if it's ever happened. Maybe years ago when you were still small and you needed to climb your way up. Who did you spotlight? Who did you assist? Who did you make? How many people in power are making decisions on hearsay rather than fact? You have to take into consideration what someone's public perception is. Again, BronyCon is a business like any other. They're there to being able to make money, or at least not function at a loss. Continuing on, not bothered in asking me for information or documentation. Well, no offense, KP, but you don't even really run your own damn show. Why would they talk to you? They'd talk to your underlings. I'm disappointed in many that I called my friends, failing me. Oh, do you hear that, guys? ZD, do you hear that? Nolan, do you hear that? Your friends, you guys just didn't try hard enough. You didn't buckle down. You didn't knuckle down. You didn't lick that boot hard enough. You didn't kiss her ass wet enough. You didn't really dig in there and extend the tongue right up that filthy, disgusting... Moving along. They're showing off apathy in this situation. I'd like to take a moment to any of my informants right now. You know who you are. You didn't help Rachel enough. Continuing on. I'm disappointed that so many involved have essentially gaslit me to avoid consequences. Oh, there's more of that delicious, lovable Tumblr speak again. Gaslit. I've heard that for serious situations like rape victims and victims of pedophilia. You're calling it gaslighting for not being made a community guest for a convention that's around a children's show. My word. This is the same person who winded up tweeting about #MeToo. She lumped herself in with rape victims, and she's still subtly dog whistling to try and get in with Tumblr people so they can do it here too. Private apologies aren't enough. Nobody wants to be seen with you, Rachel, when there has been this much destruction done on a public level, despite any level of involvement when illegal activity is taking place. KP, you come up to me and tell me what I've done about you that's illegal. By all means. I'd like to hear it. We've got one season left. I'm not going anywhere. Next gen, I'm just gonna, if you're still making content, you're still doing dumb tweets like these, I'm still gonna be on you. I'm not going anywhere. Not a chance. Even if my Twitter account disappeared and YouTube went down, I'd be bitching about you from BitChute and Gab. Not going anywhere. Not happening. Most notably, I'm disappointed in BronyCon, who instead of rising to the occasion of righting a wrong from a year prior, they did! They stopped making you a community guest! They totally did. Chose indirectly to validate these claims. And I'd like to thank BronyCon. Despite the fact that I didn't particularly enjoy BronyCon 2018 myself, I was bored. Just me. I like to see that they actually are putting the time and effort to try and make last year's show a fun and safe experience, which I have no doubt that it will be. Incident or not, I'm sure that they will handle things professionally, no matter what happens there. Continuing on. Ignore the requests of my attendance from attendees and fans out of convenience. No, they've paid attention to the people who do not want you as a community guest. You're lucky you're not banned. While they make exceptions for people who have actively helped write fake legal documentation which threaten me with their own selfish and apathetic reasons. This is unacceptable. Says you. I've decided that I'm going to attend BronyCon for positive people who have offered and continued to show their support, and not for the ones who enable disrespectful behavior. Anyone goes there, I encourage people to respectfully, politely, and legally tell Rachel to her face that you did not want her there, that you feel that she is being a giant, hellacious crybaby, and when she decides to ask you to go away, make sure that you turn to your iPhone or camera or whatever that you're filming and being like, she didn't want to listen. She wasn't willing to hear anyone out. She just wanted to be agreed with and nodded with. Continuing on. Let me be clear about my intentions. I hope speaking out about this will help prevent these kind of issues going forward. There isn't any issues. You're not there. You're not getting that position because you're not supposed to. I'm not doing this to bring up outdated issues. No, I am speaking as a retort to specific individuals. I ask that you please do not harass any parties involved. I also attempt to resolve issues privately before escalating. No, you didn't. You never reached out to me. Never happened. KP sent her disgusting, filthy ZD over here, who again made accusations about me, which KP is a filthy, disgusting, manipulative person. Thank you for all your feedback, love, and your continued understanding. I look forward to a positive experience as a way to give back to all of you who have continued to support me at the last BronyCon. This is normally where I would go thank you, fuck you, bye. But KP, I have a gift. Oh, I have lots of gifts. Let's look at some of the people who have responded here. So I'm going to start off here. This is from Buttons on Twitter. No, believe me, there's more. Her content doesn't get much traction. She has lost. She has a lot of controversy. Her attitude is whiny and self-centered. Need I go on? You need not, as we have more people to get to. This is from Dulcet Tones. Holy shit, KP face facts. You're old and you're basic. Your talent is faded, and spoiler alert, you're annoying as fuck. This doesn't want to make anyone want to bring you as a community guest. You just want someone to pay your way to the con. Do everyone a favor, don't show up. Bravo, Dulcet. There's another remark from Dulcet Tones. How about this? No one wants to read the sob story that you're telling while you're folding over and giving yourself cunnilingus. Woof! Heavens, this is a fine Christian subreddit, Dulcet Tones. You clearly stated before you wanted free attendance. You know what's free? Not attending. Stay free. Mwah! Mwah, you sexy bitch, you. Mwah! Eternal shine. What is she known for besides being a diva and a brat? Seriously. Cause that's all I know about her. KP, grow the hell up. Here is one of KP's followers, Leslie, being responded to by Keychi FIM. I'm fairly confident that Keychi FIM is a bigger individual in the community. Whoever this Keychi FIM is, I have no idea. Leslie, yes it is, cause that makes you just as whiny as the one you're making fun of, to be honest. Reading the reactions made me more sad than anything else. I'm glad I never got too far in this fandom. From Keychi FIM. That's a matter of perspective really, but hey, feel free to go read more tantrums and go talk about it in a feelings forum. There's another thing that I had handed here by this interesting individual, Keychi FIM. Seems like a really cool person. Wish I was hanging out with them. But she sent me this message, I guess apparently anonymously. I think they said it was okay for me to post here. God be willing. So this is KP's in response to wubcake laughing at them. KP here winds up, I don't even have to say allegedly, KP starts to comment on wubcake's looks, so let's give this a read. I mean, I've never had any interactions with her, but she has been cruel to me for a while. My guess is that she's not the most attractive person, and she uses bullying to put others down because she's jealous, insecure, which is really kind of sad to be honest. Shrug. Dear Rachel, you hook-nosed, gravel-mouthed, nasally, disgusting, flat-ass troll. Who do you think you are? Holy shit, you couldn't pay me to go out with you. But no, seriously, I will have a poll which is up for 24 hours. I will have a link in the top of the description on who you think is hotter, KP or wubcake. I believe last time I looked at it, it was 24-0 for Wub. I've made sure to share that in all my rooms, including the Secret Rift. I don't know a single person in the Secret Rift who decided to stand up for you. I don't remember a member of any Rift who really ever decided to stand up for you throughout history, but all means, continuing. This is KP's earlier tweet where she winds up verifying that she got this remark from BronyCon. I have decided to accept your offer. Let me know if you need any info and shoot me a contact draft when you can. Best KP. I want to explain something to you, KP. I know it hurts to get de-invited. For example, I was invited onto a podcast called the Augie RFC to talk about Lou the pedophile, Lou the kitty the pedophile from the Monkey Jones situation, and he decided to pass. Maybe it was my personality. Maybe I just have too much baggage, but he decided to let it go. And in turn, at least for the time being, who knows, maybe I'm a shitty person. Maybe I'll take a dig somewhere down the line. Let's not rule that out, KP. But the thing is, I'll own being a shitbag when I do that. If I do that. If. Keyword. Still think that guy's cool. You openly resent BronyCon because they will not bend and take a knee to you. That's why you're shit, and you still feel you're right. I would understand if what I were doing in your situation, I'd be being a petty, shitty-ass human being. Which is fine. You know what? You want to be petty and shitty? Own it. Stop thinking you're right. You're not. Here's Night I Die. Can't think of anyone less deserving to be a community guest at the last BronyCon than KP. And there are a lot of losers out there. Mwah. Here's Needle Stitch, wonderful person. I should get to their pod. There's a lot of editing to get to. Needle. Also, another stab in the dark. Didn't BC do a vote for your favorite kind of thing this year? Maybe not enough people voted for her, and that's why they didn't ask her. The analysts are kind of old hat, to be honest. I never saw the point of someone telling me my opinion of the show. I'd like to respond here to Needle Stitch. An analyst actually breaks down and tries to interpret deeper meanings. I think you're referring to a critic. Now, if we want to sit there and say that KP is in fact absolutely a critic, yes, absolutely. Just a nitpick. You're cool. Everybody go follow Needle Stitch on Twitter. Here's Spoken Mind in response to KP. Wow, KP, instead of just owning the fact that you're just not relevant anymore in this fandom, you're just a speck of filth, and you just go and blame it on others. Here's Needle Stitch again. I believe May 2018 was just after Babs, where she had someone harass someone else. If I had to guess who they were talking about for harassment there, I believe Needle Stitch is referring to when she had her quote-unquote bodyguard, her psyops man, Jack Nolan, bully, well, I can't say innocent, Jay Moore out of the convention, for which KP never apologized for, which Jack Nolan never apologized for, which neither individual ever addressed publicly or privately. It's never happened. They've never talked about it. Imagine that. Pancaking someone, and then a con looking down upon you. You being bad for business. But let's continue on, and that may be the situation that she mentioned. All speculation on my part, but the dates match. I could be wrong. If I am, I do apologize to Needle Stitch. Wonderful, wonderful person. Here's Wubcake and Doodlebug. Wubcake. She was always willing to pin the blame on anyone but herself. Where did that apology from long ago go? It's gone now. But you know, she's still a super duper Brony reviewer. Doodlebug. At least Wubcake's OC isn't a mixture of piss and crap. So here's me talking with Wubcake. If anyone else would like to make a reply to KP's pity party, I've got, you could read it on screen here. Wubcake, top 10 YouTubers who killed their career. Should have said Brony, I guess. This isn't really quite up there with some of the more dumber people. But yes, I would still love to see a top 10 moments where Brony YouTubers axed their forward momentum. Keychi FIM. That would be an interesting Watch Mojo list. That would imply Joey Turner would have the balls to write that. One more last one from Wubcake. Nobody. KP. Wah! I'm not a community guest. How dare you, BronyCon? Before we take off, let's take one more look at Twitter. Holy shit, there's 60 goddamn comments. Let's see if there's anybody to add. Alright, I'm going to continue here. From Flim Flam, well, we'll just say Triple F. They think they're too big to fail, and the second people don't kneel before them, they get uppity. This is unsurprising, to be honest. In my experience, it's all too common to have these big name types turn out to be very sour people. I was a very close personal friends with someone in that circle of the fandom, helping them. But the second I asked for help, I was entitled. Oh, you're not entirely inaccurate. Let's just make one more look here. Oh, we have here one from Stallion of Slaughter. Cool lad. I intend to include him. Because an apology without change is manipulation. And from what I've seen, KP is the manipulative type. That is true. I would actually like to draw a cross comparison. Toon Critic says he's sorry all the time, but has done absolutely nothing to actually prove it. I don't recall ever KP doing anything when she said she was sorry to make amends. She just said she was sorry. Well, heavens, we're dicks for not taking that. Let's forgive everyone. Let's forgive Toon Critic. Let's forgive Performance Major. Let's forgive Dusky Novel and every other jackass who's ever fucked up in the fandom without making any kind of effort of self-improvement. Get fucked. This one is from Torterra. I honestly didn't even know she was still around. Lol. Thought she was gone already, but nope. She still lingers around, complaining about the conventions. Let's see if there's anybody else left. Ooh, here's a good one. Mirage Potato. She's a good example of what crybullying is. She is whining over a fire she started herself. And we have a final. This is from Firepaw. And it's our last. Yikes, this train isn't just jumping tracks, it's going 100 off a cliff. I don't know why KP feels the need to take stabs. I don't remember anyone provoking her, then again, I'm not usually into catfight, so I might never understand. Well, that's a wonderful place to wrap this up. I'm going to include after this some of the read-offs from the comments section when we showed Toon's not apology to the fandom and his victims, which include Brony Inspector, myself, AZ the Elf, as well as misanthro. There's a lot of vicar, there's a lot of vitriol, and there's a lot of hatred. Ooh, I hope you got your blood flowing. I sure got mine going this week. God, there's so much going down. One more side thing, I know this isn't Brony related, there's a bunch of zoophiles, so that they could feel just a little bit taller. Looking at you, Wintergreen Wolf, who bragged about getting Leo Convoy removed off of Twitter. Leo Convoy specifically goes after child predators in the community, and the fact that you removed him offline because he made fun of you because you desire animals is disgusting. Everyone who cheered for that is a disgusting, horrible human being. I'd say you'd be ashamed of yourself, but what do you tell people who think it's actively alright to have intercourse with animals? Thank you. Fuck you. Bye. Start recording. This is FNGR. We're joined today by the Elf, Rouge, and Misanthropony, who is doing some phenomenal readings here on from the comments from an actual talk with Toon Critic. If you're in the comments section, right, Map?
Yeah, that's me. Don't wear it out.
Okay, cool. Would you be interested? How's about we read off Naitai Dies, because that could definitely use some Misanthropony flair.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, let me make sure I got it right. Okay. Zach, I started thinking you were a scumbag all the way back when Fallen was still cool to hang out with. I continued thinking you were garbage when I heard you'd be cool with Fallen and Molly one week, and then talking shit about them the next week to keep them away from your clique. If I go the rest of my life never hearing about you again, I die happy.
That feels like that came from the soul. That was good delivery. More Map. More. 10 out of 10.
The more he read it, the angrier he got.
I know. You liked the Flurry Bells one here, the I'm doing this for Isaac remark. You already kind of did that one. That's a real easy. Would you be interested in that one?
Yeah, but first let me go over this one because it's my favorite. I'm doing this for Isaac. Bitch, you're doing this for yourself. You're still lazy, you're still a coward and selfish, so we definitely aren't going to believe that pile of incompetent crap.
Oh. that was
beautiful.
Oh, that was like a little malevolent prayer from heaven or hell. I loved it though. Any other ones that you guys fucking hear really stand out right now, or?
There are a couple new ones.
Yeah, I'm still coming fresh off of my recent Nostalgia Critic video, so I might be a little bit. That might be it.
So let's see.
Someone commented, anyone felt like to bitch slap the soul out of Zach?
Brony commented.
Like to bitch slap the soul out of Zach?
Yeah, someone commented, anyone felt like to bitch slap the soul out of Zach?
I know I am.
Same? Brony commented, honestly, I can't remember bit at 11:03. The room had better acting than this.
Here, I'll do one. Wow, Toon has not changed at all. Isaac is no better. Trying to defend his actions is just, I have no words. I get that Isaac loves Toon, but the fact that he was just trying to throw allegations at both FNGR and Creepy Reading is just ridiculous. They are clearly too immature and full of themselves to realize that both of them fucked up. Toon for obvious reasons, and Toon for Isaac, Toon for obvious reasons, and Isaac for continuing to try and get him into other fandoms as well as just being ignorant of what happened. Thank you FNGR and Creepy Reading for calling them out on this bullshit. Hopefully justice will come soon enough. I appreciate that, stereotypical fangirl. Yeah, I didn't even realize that was a girl.
So
I just read stereotypical. I'm like, oh, what's this? Lol. You could tell I'm whacked out of my ass when I can't see the name right in front of me.
Someone hint shade, whose profile is a furry, said, "I'm trying to start over. Where have I heard that number before? Same song and same dance by Eminem. That's what this feels like. Toon's tired excuse all over again, and it'll never stop." Did that make sense, or should I reread it?
Where's that?
I sorted the comments by newest. It's 15 minutes ago. 15 minutes ago. By hint
no, I see.
shade.
Oh yeah, here I see it now. Oh my god. Oh no, this is the villainous laughter. Oh yeah, I see it. Hint shade. Where have I heard this number before? Yeah, sounds fine. You did good. I'm the one who'll have to edit this.
I still like the fluffin' one.
Oh,
I've read it once before. I can read it again.
Sure, let's do the fluff.
Nice video. Can I say that Creepy Reading was a godsend in this? Top-notch grilling there, man. Gets the point across and doesn't sugarcoat how the community sees Toon. And as soon as the ruse saying Silver ERP'd with a minor came up, Silver's reaction is there any screenshots of this? That doesn't look fishy at all. No. Do I honestly need a sarcasm sign for this? As an artist and a person in the community, I hope people boycott Isaac. I really do. He's made art for Toon to get into communities where he, as perceived by outsiders, as Creepy said, can potentially prey on more kids. Not to mention, I checked Isaac's DA a week ago, and he's making art for Silver. That Discord icon, I think, is one of his, and it matches a lot of the newer art. Their kind should not be allowed. Toon, his boyfriend, and those who know about what he's done but feed into his ego and don't help with the victim's justice are just dredges of humanity and should pay for it. We don't want you back. Kindly fuck off and stay the hell away from children and communities in general. You're not welcome here.
Oh, that was good. What's up, Brony Inspector?
Did Creepy send you the package, or
is there more?
There's more. Yeah, there's more.
He claims there's more.
I have a good one I would like to try.
Oh, sure. Take it away.
Yeah.
This one's by Spoken Mind 93.
Oh, yeah, of course, Spoken.
Oh, buddy, we won't be laying off on Isaac anytime soon with that kind of attitude. Good job. You made yourself even more hated. That's a feat.
What are you reading the comments on the video, or are these tweets? What is this?
These are the comments on the videos.
Oh, okay, cool.
There are two new good ones.
Thought mine was pretty funny.
Well, yours was red.
Oh, nice.
And this one by Jess Aguilar. You guys are jokes until you got jokes you empty on your pig. What?
Yeah, I don't get that. I think.
Wait. Hold on.
You know what? They've got the same last name as me, so I'm just gonna shut up.
Yeah.
He responded, and I don't understand his response.
I'm just gonna leave that alone. You know what, Jess?
I see you going to judge the him talk, and they can finish what he could say lipstick and leave him alone, cause you what? Cause you guys are jokes.
Hold it.
Let's Zach. I think
you took the wrong kind of insulin or something. Your brain broke.
Should I even finish this one?
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah, this guy needs to work on his grammar.
Toon Critic, are you having a bad day? You know what would pick you up? A new t-shirt. Wear the waifu.
Oh, yeah. I think he needs to wear the waifu shirt. I think the anime community will never know who he is or notice. You can just go to anime cons and be disgusting there. Wear his Where Do Waifu At shirt and...
Jesus.
3 new good comments.
He can wear a wear to waifu mask. He can get a wear to waifu shirt and a surgical mask and a flat bill hat, and no one will know who's who at a convention.
Oh no, yeah. Toon compared himself for being treated like the Antichrist. Nah, AC is a stand-up guy, just putting in his work to pave the way and doesn't diddle kids. You said it best. Toon could be compared to a pig who can't fly straight. Yeah, I was cribbing Scarface.
That's good. Can I try adding a little charisma to it?
Oh yeah, sure, go ahead.
Toon just compared himself to being treated like the Antichrist. Nah, AC is a stand-up guy, just putting in his work to pave the way, and he doesn't diddle kitties. You said it best. Toon can be compared to a pig who just can't fly straight.
I think I just got wrecked. My word, my gosh, I got served. Yeah. I got served. That's good.
No. Toon compared to himself being the Antichrist, booga. Nah. Yeah, this guy got it, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, that's not a bad Mr. T.
The main fucking reason. Let's go through this first. I don't want to...
Here, I'll give it a shot.
Boy Toy Isaac is still refusing to come talk about his role in your little shitstorm. Zach, the main fucking reason why people are not willing to stay away from your precious little boy toys because Isaac is still refusing to come talk about his role in your little shitstorm. So, of course, people aren't going to back off. He's no exception. If he wants to be the villain, if he wants to be on the villain side, then the community... then the community that you were once in will chew you the fuck out of him. What? Yeah, that's what it says.
Hold it.
And we'll chew the fuck out of him.
We'll chew the fuck out of him. And I don't give a fuck if he's feeling down about it. If he deserved to get called out for helping a damn pedophile like you. Isaac is nothing but a fucking pedophile enabler. Toon, you will never fucking change. You've never been told countless times to knock off your shit from what I've heard, and you can barely even try to be a better man. Sorry, buddy, but your shitty, toxic behavior isn't welcomed in any fandom. I know that I've never personally met you, but I was keeping up with this whole fiasco when it first started, and let me tell you, boy, ever fucking try to talk to me or join any Discord groups or fandoms that I'm in, I will make damn sure that you will regret messing with me, you disgusting pedophile.
Woo!
I was channeling...
Well, that's certainly not taking any shit from...
I was channeling buttons, by the way.
Yeah, that was... Oh, no, that was a perfect button. So you should have done that the whole time.
I was like, I need moral indignation.
Yes, you'd be indignant as fuck here.
Yes.
Zach. Yeah, that is a total buttons.
I didn't think.
Zach. Hello. Nice. Nice.
All right, now I'm gonna